A child is missing. An elderly parent has wandered off. A fisherman disappears underwater. There's a large area to search.
There's just those certain circumstances where it becomes so much bigger than what our resources are.
Since 1994, Connecticut Canine Search and Rescue, or CSAR, has collaborated with local law enforcement, bringing extra resources to missing persons searches, underwater recovery operations, cold case leads, the search for a missing driver at an accident scene, and due diligence follow-ups, such as reports of sightings or yells for help.
We had a individual on Thanksgiving decide to take off and leave, and basically without a trace disappeared. We tried all traditional manner of trying to find him. We used the television news, put his picture out for anybody, have you seen this man? We followed a number of leads.
We're just an extra tool they can call when their resources are exhausted.
So they filled a great gap and helped us bring that case to a conclusion.
We're looking for a lost kid. If you're covering a large area, sometimes it's great to have them because they can come with a lot of dogs. They have a lot of resources.
CSAR base to Team Pearl.
The unknown is always nerve-wracking, but once you get to work with them, and the more we work with them, the more comfortable we get.
Team Pearl has just been released for search.
Time is 1,500 hours.
And that's what the whole training thing is about, is getting comfortable with the team, know how they work, how you work, what you're expected to do, what they're expected to do. So that's what training is for.
What the hell? Show me.
We bring in trainers from all over the country. The people who are in the tops in their field.
A dog has to be certified, and we have 4 areas where a dog can be certified.
The certifications range from woodland, which is searching an area of 40 acres.
Trailing.
Which is what cricket does, and that's the familiar, you know, here's the scent of a person from their car seat or a shirt or something like that.
Cadaver.
That's human remains detection.
Or water. And our dogs are all certified by master trainers from police work dog associations. So that's the first obstacle, and that can take about 2 years to get your just basic certification, which would be the wilderness air scenting or the trailing, and then the cadaver and water are additional training on top of that.
We had a missing lady that we believe was in the lake. Their dogs are trained to smell the odor of a person who's been passed away. When it rises to the top of the water, that's a discipline that we don't train our dogs to.
The dog's bark alerts his handler to the presence of a scent from under the water. CSAR personnel can investigate further by using their underwater video camera and side-scan sonar, which uses sound waves to detect objects underwater.
Just to give you an idea, there's the shapes of the 2 divers, and these are their bubbles coming up toward the surface. Don't forget, now the surface is this way, this is the column of water, so these are the bubbles rising to the surface. It's not perfect, but it's better than sticking your head underwater.
We're a self-contained type of a unit. Everybody has all their own equipment. We have our own radios, our own GPSs. We own our own canines. Every individual has all of the equipment necessary to go into the field.
We are in a search mode, which is hopeful for a positive result.
CSAR dog teams usually can be on the search scene within an hour. Dogs and handlers work alongside the fire department, mountain bike team, ham radio operators, and local police, even departments that feature their own canine units.
Patrol dogs are excellent. I mean, they work their heart out and give their lives for their job. This is all we do. Patrol dog has to be trained in various disciplines. All we do is search and rescue.
We specialize in one thing, and that's people.
This is Fox 25 News at 10. Tonight, a new search is underway for a Brockton teenager missing for 16 long years.
Cadaver dogs spent the entire day searching the fields behind me, looking for the remains of Jennifer Fay.
I look at any volunteer organization like a volunteer fire department, a volunteer ambulance association, and CSAR kind of along the same lines. We look for people who are going to be aware of the police function.
They do crime scene preservation. It's the first thing they do is they come into a place, they expect it to be a crime scene, and they treat it as such.
Departments are very excited when they realize, hey, there's an extra group of people we can call when we have a need. They might not always realize that there are extra dogs and extra handlers and search management people available beyond fire department, civil air patrol, but when they realize that there are qualified resources that have the credentials, they really appreciate knowing that there's an agency they can call who can be there quickly and provide the coverage that they need.
It's hard for officers to look towards someone who's not a police officer and trust them as much as, you know, somebody else. And I think that needs to change. And CSAR has done a lot of work to change that image.